Hello my fellow Shogun 2 and full of the samurai players, Zaript here. And today I'm going to show you a match of semifinals of Rising Sun tournament. And this is a match between Killerfisch and BossTycoOon. Second semifinals were played between Han Asparuch, also from TWR as Killerfisch, and Duck. And those finals were streamed live by Prussian Prince and me, and live commentaries of those battles probably already on my channel and on Prussian Prince channel, of course. And this one I will record right now. I already watched this replay, of course. Here we have Killerfisch, here we have BossTycoOon. This is a Gamma field, and man, what a strange mirror they have. As we can see, they both brought line spam with cavalry support, or let's call it line heavy. The difference being, the only 150 range for BossTycoOon is his United States Marines. The only 150 range unit for Killerfisch is his Imperial Guard cavalry. Now for other cavalry, Killerfisch have 3 Yariki level 2 I believe and 1 Yariki level 7, yes. For BossTycoOon it's 2 Yariki level 2, and here he have Yariki level 1, Imperial Guard Cavalry, and think he have 4th Yariki hidden somewhere. We will see it later. Now for line he have 2 Elite line units, but this is Shogun Guard Infantry 125 range. White BS, White BS, White BS, Vermilion Bosphorus, so 3 Aura, White BS, and 1 more Shogun Guard Infantry. I will slow it down because something might happen soon. For Killerfisch we have, let's call it beer spam. He have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beers, and I think some might be hidden. 3, 4, 7 so far. His general is some mix between command and gungen. For BossTycoOon it's full Bushido gen, which is very strange with this army. Probably it's to reinforce his cavalry, but I don't know. I don't like the general he choose. And let's talk strategically about what's happening. Plan of Killerfisch is to use his 150 range Imperial Guard cavalry to skirmish whole day, and that's why he went here to take this defensive position in a forest. Why is this generally bad? Some teasing going on here. Generally, when you look at this map from above, and it was always enigmatic for me, if you start as a Killerfisch here, you actually get to this middle of a map later than your opponent, because you have to go through the forest and the opponent goes through the open ground. Which is why BossTycoOon actually have an advantage here, near the shrine. But Killerfisch didn't want to give it up that easily. He put his forces here in the middle. Now, it's the same here. Killerfisch got to this point faster than BossTycoOon did. But BossTycoOon actually have 150 range advantage here, which he can't use, I believe, because of line of sight issues, because of this small hill. And I honestly don't know who of the players was designated attacker, but by aggressiveness of BossTycoOon, I can assume that it's him. Now, while game trying to unfold, while some teasing going on, BossTycoOon attacks on very different paths, and we discussed this game with BossTycoOon after this match and with Killerfisch slightly. And BossTycoOon does what he says goes against his own philosophy. He wants to attack where he's strong and defend where he's weak. And he attacks against the forest, and even so, quality of his line here is higher. Just because this is forest, Killerfisch takes much less casualties. And other important thing is, Killerfisch actually in stand and fight. I don't know if BossTycoOon realize it or not. Now, other interesting part about this map, you see this red line. And it seems natural to push here for BossTycoOon. And I would think so too, but just try to imagine how this progresses. Like, all he can do is to push these units here to the open ground. But if he goes out of the forest, he suddenly loses his advantage. You see how this line of sight of Killerfisch's units are exactly where they will come out, or BossTycoOon units would come out of forest. So I'm sorry for not showing you these beautiful shots. I usually prefer to show something meaningful, and what I'm trying to say is this unit, Shogun Guard Infantry here, is a waste. Putting strong units on this flank for BossTycoOon is actually a waste because he cannot really push here. Killerfisch can retreat to the forest if he wants. He has Spear Levy support to his units, and BossTycoOon to attack will have to go out of the forest and give up first volley. So this isn't direction he wants. Now he tries to find a way to deal here, which is much more smart. He have clear range advantage here. He can create numbers advantage here, and he have a forest advantage here. So, and here much more space for cavalry to work. Overall, I would say I like BossTycoOon position much more. I don't like what he is doing in the middle, but in general he got control of a whole map. And here, honestly, I don't understand why he tries to push near Shrine. He should just hide in a forest. Because, well, when you're hidden in a forest, 150 range of this Imperial Guard cavalry doesn't mean anything. He cannot shoot the units he doesn't see. And then BossTycoOon can just control Shrine, while Killerfisch will try to take it, like, use Spear Levies here. But in any case, BossTycoOon would be defender, and he will have forest advantage. While here, he can isolate this unit, which he tries. Let's take a look at this. And he can take this dojo because he is stronger in this vicinity. And getting 2 dodges, he will force Killerfisch into aggression. But games actually go as they go, not as we would ideally prefer them. And actually, let me zoom out a bit because this is a very beautiful piece of micro decision making. Look how BossTycoOon pressures this unit using this Imperial Guard cavalry and this white bears, and now suddenly imitates attack, but not attacking it. Killerfisch is doing great job here, losing 1 man while doing so. But no, look how strange it is for BossTycoOon. This unit here just teases. Now he exposes his flank just by trying to attack. He gave attack order to the cavalry. And why is that? Why is this unit still have attack order for the cavalry? Because BossTycoOon tries to make something happen on this flank. This is very cool, but as I told, this flank will not work. Look, whenever he pushes, Killerfisch have enough micro capabilities to pull back, and Killerfisch's micro is sick. And he even sends his Spear Levy to protect this line, seeing cavalry of BossTycoOon. And here suddenly, just because BossTycoOon didn't took his time to prepare this attack, because he didn't send this white bear to flank, he's in this awkward spot when he committed to 2 attacks at the same time, but he doesn't have flanking advantage here, and he have no attacking advantage here. Really, nothing. And let's take a look how he sends 2 full Yariki against this white bear, and will he get it? No, Spear Levy is already meeting him. But here he actually wins the exchange, BossTycoOon I mean. So let's take a look at the map from above. Look at this dragon, snake or something. 2 snakes biting each other. Nicely done. Beautiful picture. And now actually Killerfisch has very interesting move, which we should never forget. Sometimes microing some small region, we just focus on it. But Killerfisch completely ignores this region with his cavalry because he see these 2 units control the whole region, because for BossTycoOon it's impossible. I will pause this, okay, just to explain again. It's pretty easy idea, but still. Just because BossTycoOon doesn't have any threat here, this unit faces, it's protected by this sword dojo and faces this way. So if BossTycoOon tries to attack here, he would be attacked from this flank, and he cannot catch this unit. He will have to commit his cavalry, but his cavalry is needed to catch this cavalry. Look how small things, one after another, and suddenly situation is very close to collapse. And what happens? Actually, if we look more carefully on the map, Killerfisch, suddenly what we have, Killerfisch only have 2 line units in this vicinity, 2 line units. While BossTycoOon have 2 White Bears and United States Marines. So 2 units of Red Bears and White Bears keep busy 3 more expensive units, let's call it that. While, so this contingent is effectively separated and Killerfisch will now charge it and destroy it. So Killerfisch somehow manages to keep his forces together without being flanked, while BossTycoOon, while flanking, separated his forces. And another reason why attack on this direction is bad, you see, when you attack, you want your attack to be reinforced from other direction. But can BossTycoOon somehow help from this direction? No, he cannot. So these units, this is the worst place to attack. It's a good place to defend, but never attack here on Gamma Field unless your opponent does a huge mistake. So, big blobby mess here. And look how safely Killerfisch played with his cavalry, not getting shot by enemy line. And now suddenly everything that tried to attack, dead. Well, it's actually cavalry and spear levies. Yeah, what? Somewhere these dead bodies. A bit messy, and by now, its game is still not over, but Killerfisch have a very significant advantage by this time. He still have his 150 range Imperial Guard cavalry. Look, 50 men left, 55 men left, but by this time, the only cavalry BossTycoOon have is his general, 7 men left, trying to run away, and his Imperial Guard cavalry, 44 men and 125 range. And I still like how their compositions are very similar, but have some nice sweet spots, like here 150 is mobile and here 150 is much stronger for BossTycoOon. But look how much more useful this unit is. Well, actually not. I'm sorry for this stupid remark. But honestly, I believe this unit puts much more pressure on the Gamma Fields than United States Marines, because all these forests allow you to defend against 150s relatively easy. And here it goes. BossTycoOon have to retreat because he have nothing. Just because he attacked prematurely and attacked at both at 2 sides, and here he didn't have any strength. Now let me speed it up a little bit. And it's not like this finishing is boring or something, but I actually want to make a very special point here. Oh, nice. It's a nice trick by BossTycoOon, actually stopping and giving a volley, but now his Shogun Guard infantry would be destroyed by this Imperial Guard cavalry. And look how Killerfisch actually, even so, it looks like he have so much more units. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shooting units against only 4. 5. Oh, and he have 1 more unit here, still hiding in the forest. Completely forgot about it. Let's slow this down a bit and see how it gets decimated by BossTycoOon. Nice white coats. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting charged by Imperial Guard cavalry, which is a very good hybrid unit. Much better than Carbon cavalry, just because it has such a good melee stats and you can use it in melee. And look how Killerfisch actually takes his time. He doesn't want to attack, because if he attacks against a forest in this position, he still have a chances to lose, because BossTycoOon have his United States Marines. So Killerfisch does the smart thing. He sends his line so that his line would be attacking through the forest. See this? He doesn't want to attack through the open ground. And I will speed it up again. And of course he tries to use his 150 range advantage with mobility to force BossTycoOon to spread out a bit. And the only thing that keeping BossTycoOon in game right now is the fact that he have 2 hour units, Imperial Guard Cavalry and United States Marines. And now he tries to hide in a forest. some dancing going on. Man, this game is so excited. Even so, BossTycoOon did such a huge mistake in the middle, and difficult to explain mistake here. You can feel the pressure BossTycoOon felt just from playing against Killerfisch, and he told me that he always have bad games against Killerfisch just because he doesn't know what to expect, and I guess he can't play his own game. And honestly, BossTycoOon is very strong player, but so far didn't prove himself as a finalist in any big tournaments. But semifinals of Rising Sun tournament, it's pretty big. If you look at the brackets, look how many players actually participated. It's a huge, and look how carefully, cautiously Killerfisch playing. It's a speed. I speeded it up, but it still takes such a long time. And look here, he actually sends his spear levy first. He's not going for. And now, when line moves, he tries to sneak his cavalry, sees a danger, pulls back. He just leaves no chance for BossTycoOon. He calculated this game, Killerfisch I mean, till the very last shot. Well, joking, not, of course not. But he maximizes his chances here. Absolutely maximizes. See? Attacking with cavalry only when he absolutely sure that this line in position and spear levy would connect. Like, he doesn't do any attacks in such a way that his line is... Well, these units are actually a bit out of fight. This is a bit of a blunder. But still, how effectively he plays here with his cavalry and line together. You see how this circle actually gets tighter and tighter. And even so he sacrifices his cavalry, it allows his white bears get in and get a volley. GG. United States Marines are everything that left on the field. Boom! Charged by Imperial Guard cavalry with 150 range instead of shooting. And look, by this time, I showed you at the beginning, they had around 70 kills, and by this time they have 270 kills. Let's take a fast look at final stats and jump into the next battle. Man, and I can't even express how excited I was to see this replace at the first time. It's very refreshing to see such a dynamic play with a line. And it's actually because a lot of people, when they say line spam is so strong, they think in terms of camping the forest. And this is essentially what... Actually, you know, when I think about it, it's essentially what Killerfisch did. But how aggressive his cavalry was all that time. And look, in the end, when BossTycoOon tried to camp a forest, Killerfisch showed how to deal with it. So, I don't agree with people... Like, I'm more and more convinced that even line-heavy play can be very dynamic, very fluid. But I still don't like it much, of course. Very even kill rates, but just because Killerfisch have much cheaper infantry, he had more men, 400 more men. Let's take a look then. For Killerfisch, look, not that many kills, to be honest. But all these kills, they were against isolated units, which routed and get shattered very fast. So even without getting much kills on all of his units, just because he have many units and because he routed BossTycoOon's units faster, he got such a nice statistics. And one unit he used absolutely beautifully in end game. Like, this unit could have won late game probably single-handedly, if not the forest. For BossTycoOon, United States Marines, decent performance. Still, in the end, Imperial Guard cavalry killed more. Should not go... Well, decent. Like, you can't say he did bad. You see, it's very even kill counts. But how much better would have he done if he didn't attack where he shouldn't have? Okay, then I'm very excited to jump in the next game and see you guys soon.